Welcome, Jessica.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. Good morning. Yes, I know it's noon, but it's morning to Spencer and I right now. Oh my gosh. Well, as she said, I have a character that's called Dirty Dorthy. The origin story of her is actually pretty fun. When I was in my teens, I understudied the role of Dorothy in the Wyandotte County Players production of The Wizard of Oz. And I had the role locked down, for sure it was gonna be me. And then in walked a tall redhead with a lateral lisp like Judy Garland, who then sang exactly like Judy Garland. And I thought to myself, I thought they wanted an actor, not just an imitator, because anybody can just be Judy Garland and get up there and say, there's no place like home. Well, this turned into a fun little party trick where when Monica, her name was Monica Schaefer, she's a lovely person. When Monica would be at parties, she was a very, very conservative, sweet girl, and I would stand behind her and imitate her voice and make her say all sorts of dirty things that we won't say with a child present in the room. And from there, it was just a party trick. And then, does anybody remember Bar Natasha? I know Tom does. Yeah. Oh gosh, I loved Bar Natasha. But after hours, we were sitting around with Missy Coons, and she was like, Dressler, Damron's got to go back to New York. I need you to put a costume on your outfit and host a new show, which was an all-live singing drag show called The Girly Show. So that was the first time that I actually put the costume together. And in honor of Monica Schaefer, wherever she is in the world, Dirty Dorothy's parody hair is red, and it will always be red, and that's a little secret. Nobody actually knows that's really why it's red hair. I lie and tell everybody else it's so that I don't get in trouble, and so parody clause. So, a little fun thing is that from there, if you flash forward, I was in aesthetics school a few years later, and a little nugget named Spencer Brown had a fabulous show at Sidekicks called The Madness Show. And I really wasn't performing at this point because I was in aesthetics school being an adult. I was going to fix faces and be an adult. So I had one day off a week, and that was Monday, and his show was Sunday. And he got a wonderful gig, which he'll tell you about later. Spoiler alert, it's the Kinsey Six. And he travels the country singing and dancing in ladies' tights. But he needed a fill-in host. So he asked me to come out of retirement and host that show. From there, Missy B's came over and said, hey, can we poach you? And I said, sure, if you got some coins, and they did. So I moved over to Missy B's. So this is all about 10 years ago. So at Missy B's, the big thing is that there are a lot more people than sidekicks. So we took the show over there. Of course, Spencer was touring, so we no longer called it the Madness Show, and we just called it the Dirty Dorothy Show for lack of more creativity. At that moment, I realized I had an opportunity. Tons of people in and out of Missy B's. Every person that gets married goes there on a Saturday night and has their bachelorette party, if you've never been there. So I thought to myself, you should make some more coins. And so at that point, I got into some merchandising. And that's not merchandising, that's merchandising. So at that point, I expanded and got into a line of greeting cards with a friend, Tim Colley, who owned The Bird Sings, which was a little store and a card company that was on the plaza. They were distributed regionally, not distributed nationally. And from there also, I have a mug club that we do annually, which is beer steins, and on there they say, this queer loves beer. In addition, I've got hats that say, I blame the whiskey. Trying to think, what else have I got? What other stuff do I schlep? T-shirts, I schlep T-shirts. Occasionally, those are kind of like, oh, everybody does T-shirts. Visors for the lesbians that come to the show. Lesbians love a good visor. All of that good stuff. So the merchandise, I'm really not fully, basically, if any of you have insight, I am not exploiting merchandising as well as I could be, or I should be. I would love if it could expand into basically a Wizard of Oz parody, line of greeting cards, line of all the coffee mugs, everything. Hi, I just saw you, hi. I would love if it could do that and nationally be at, a fun store like Spencer's, something to that extent. Problems that I have myself is that I'm not tremendously versed in how far my parody clause will really take me before Warner Brothers comes for me, right? Yeah, and I already work with Warner Brothers through Hallmark. Whenever they release an ornament that has Judy Garland's voice, it's not Judy Garland. There's a shocking thing, I'm actually a lot cheaper than getting the rights to use Judy Garland's voice. So I record those. But from that, I would love to do a parody line of that where, a few of the ornaments go on your Christmas tree, you push a button and it sings. I would love if it was dirty and it just said horrible things that, again, we won't say with a child present in the room. I think that would be hilarious. It's like, come on over for Rosh Hashanah, Grandma, listen to this ornament. I think that would be funny. So that's where, if anyone has insight, I would love some help with that. Right there, he's like, I got you. Oh my goodness. So at Missy B's, again, lots of people come there, and I thought to myself again, self, you should make some more coins. So while I'm merchandising and selling there, and then selling just regionally, at the Sunfreshes, that sort of thing, I also thought I could merge two things that I was working on. One is late night theater. Do you guys know Ron McGee and late night theater? You don't. Let me tell you what it is. It's a parody theater company that is drag heavy. For instance, this image here, Ron is in the red. He's 50. He played the 14-year-old in the show. I was Beetlejuice, and that's also Witta Von Du on the picture. So Ron started 20 years ago this parody drag theater company. He took a 7-year hiatus, and I thought, self, you got to get Ron McGee to bring this back and make some more coins. So I convinced him to do so, and while I had Missy B's already on the hook, I convinced them to create a soundproofing pocket wall in their space. Instead of having an open bar, over on their show side, it has a really nice, intimate, small stage. And I thought if they were able to close that off, you have a 100-person black box theater where I could book cabaret shows, we could hold late night theater, all of this. Luckily, they bought it, they did it, and so we moved forward that way. With that, when I brought late night back, when I convinced Ron to do so, I started a company that's called One Trunk Productions. Sometimes people call it One Drunk Productions, but that's not accurate. It's One Trunk. And from there, it's basically a booking company. I book entertainment, and it happened because people would come to me at Missy B's and ask me if I knew a drag queen clown that walked on a ball and juggled fire, and I was like, I know 4. What's the price range, and I'll tell you who I can book. That's how I developed the booking company. I've done galas, tons of work with the AIDS Service Foundation, Phoenix Family Health, Save Inc., lots of galas, but also Missy B's then decided to become my largest client, so all entertainment books through them. So all of my things are tied together. They're at Missy B's typically, unless I'm working outside of there at a gala. I would love any kind of insight that you have to expand and grow and make more coins, because I'm Jessica Dressler, I'm the woman under the wig, and I like coins. Oh, thanks. Also, everybody should really clap for Susanna, because I was the worst human ever preparing for this, sending her images, and she made all of these things happen because she's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. That was fascinating.
Thank you for coming. I love you.
My question at first thought is, did you have to, or have you yet copyrighted Dirty Dorothy?
Thank you for that lovely question. I have lied to many people and said that I am copyrighted or copywritten and trademarked. I am not. I would love help with that. Thank you. I feel a lunch coming on right there.
I actually do intellectual property law, so I got you.
I knew it. I could feel an instant. I was like, come on, let's do this.
So you were talking about working with Warner Brothers for the ornaments and things in the sound recordings. Have you talked to them about getting a license to do parody work? Because then you wouldn't even have to worry with the, fair use parity issue if you just had a license from them?
I have not, because I was waiting for you to come into my life. No, seriously, I would love to hire you.
Just get heels together 3 times.
Yeah.
I like this comment. Okay, that's Joseph, obviously, we love Joseph. And when you start to work with Sigla and Joseph, I would like you to come be a part of the IP boot camp we're doing in September, right at down, Joseph, oh my God, we have to tell the story there. So, we work at the public library with entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and small businesses, and everyone, no matter what they're doing, always comes to the point where they've exhausted their expertise, and they're either a awesome enough person to know that about themselves, or they're not. I would like to tell you from our experience working with all of these people out there doing awesome things that there comes a point in time where you have to pay for help. And then make a really good decision on the quality of that help and then pay them.
Absolutely, that's where I am. I am at the precipice where now I must delegate. Yeah. Everything you just said is exactly where I'm at.
Like, I'm looking at all your lines of business here, and I'm going, how this is a house of cards, this woman's gonna fall apart. If she goes one step farther. And we want you to take all the steps, because you're an institution on the Kansas City stage. And we want other people to have this and love this, and I don't think you can do those things if you cannot escape this market. So I'm so happy that Joseph is here. You're going to talk to him.
He's my new boyfriend. If you guys didn't notice, this is our announcement.
Lock it down.
Trunk shows that you book. So how many people are in your trunk? And what is the variety that you offer?
Yes, I've got about 35 to 40. It kind of ranges month by month, and people that move on and then bringing on new people. But I've got 35 to 40. They range from literally clowns that can do children's performance all the way up. I've got tons of drag queens, lots of interesting, talented drag queens. I'm really serious about fire juggling. Spencer spins poi. I have tons of live singers. The most that I get requested for are the drag queens, especially live singing drag queens. So typically I end up booking those the very most, but I can find literally anything. For Phoenix Family Health, I think it was 2 years ago, for their big gala, we did a circus theme. So I had stilt walkers and we had aerial, artists. I can literally find you anything. If you can dream it up, I can find it in Kansas City and get it affordably.
This was great. It's such a great presentation. It's just so lively and fun. So my question is, how are you growing your presence online? Like, what's your social media?
I'm failing. Oh, yes. These are my huge challenges. Thank you for that question, because I forgot to mention this. I am terrible on social media. I am literally the worst. The queens tease me all the time because I really am. I'm terrible. It's not the way my mind works, so I literally forget about it. And that's terrible, because especially in my literal line of business, that whole social media is an immediate connection with people, and they really feel like they know you from your social media, so I'm missing a huge market there. I am failing at website. I don't even have a website. I literally work from referral business. So I'm failing at that. These are definitely things that I need. I need a YouTube channel. Why don't I have a YouTube channel? That's silly, it's pretty basic, I should have that. These are the things I am failing at. So again, if anyone has insight, would love help with that. Oh my gosh, my boyfriend, look, he's already talking. He's setting me up for meetings right now.
So, are you recording at all of your shows, MACDs, for, promotional reels and advertisement, things like that?
I'm failing, but every show, all advertisement, I'm failing. But every show at Missy B's is recorded. So the thing is, I've got 10 years of material that I can pull from, and that is access to me. But I am not doing it.
Hi, good Isabel. As far as new business development on your agency, what do you do for that? Other than social media, what do you do to sell yourself?
I'm charming. I'm dead serious. All of my business is referral business, and it usually just comes from interactions either at other events, and then somebody will just mention, oh, we got this, phenomenal clown juggling fire from Jessica, and I just get introduced. Other than that, I am failing. I'm not even trying because I don't know how.
Do you want to be doing other things than just referrals? Do you want more business?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I can always take on more.
You need a tagline for your business, like if you're doing referrals, like you take the odds and beyond.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We also have a former.
Joseph, write that down.
Great presentation. That was just a suggestion. We're just talking about taglines. You said think more coins several times.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something that you could advertise too in your merchandise line, is think more coins.
Oh. Sorry, Joseph, I've got a new girlfriend. Thank you. Think more coins, yes.
We also have actually a licensed consultant we've worked with in the past who's actually presented at GuildIT, and he used to work for Hallmark, and he's licensed with Target and Kleenexes, and so he's able to look at someone's work and just immediately say what kind of retailers would be interested in working with you.
Fantastic.
Hi. You keep saying that you're failing, and I'm going to go ahead and defend you. I'm not going to say that I stalked you, but I'm not going to say that either. So, a few years ago, Facebook launched their public figures thing, right? And by doing so, you were forced to change your name from Dirty Dorthy to just Wrestler. What effect did that have on you and your business?
Well, honestly, what it did, which I don't like, and this is why I really hate the whole policy, is that it made Jessica accessible when that was just a promotional thing. I don't get on Facebook myself. I'm on there promotionally only. And so then it outed me. So when I'm at Target, now people know who I am. I mean, I dress up like that. So, it's like that's a whole character. And really, I'm someone that is not like my character. So it outed me. And and I used to be able to just do whatever I wanted, go wherever. And now, really, I know it sounds kind of funny because you're like, girl, really, you host drag shows. But truly, I get stopped everywhere now. So Facebook. Yeah, but honestly, I was already at 5,000 friends, so I couldn't add more friends. So I think that really it just confused people and outed me. So I hate them. Yeah, but I'll continue to utilize them. I actually, about 8 years ago, did a show with Ron Simonian, and we did a rock show. It was like if Dorothy was a rock star, and she was finally over it, and this was the end of the tour, and she was going back to Oz because she couldn't stand it anymore. And we released the CD, which I need to get back in the studio. We need to re-record it and re-release it. Joseph, take a note, write that down. That's another thing we need to get on. But it was all original music, and it was a rock album, and it was really fun.
They sell online and such, but it is because they sell in person where they get the most money. And the online does give them some exposure though. And what they do to make their CDs more attractive is add something interesting, either a little booklet or such, and with all your versatility, and wonderful pictures, you can easily add, and cleverness, you can easily add something, a point of sale value to that album.
That's a
or
great
CD.
idea.
But yeah.
Thank you.
So you have a lot of different things that you do, merchandise, the booking stuff. Do you want to keep, so you want to make a website, did you put all of that in one, under one umbrella as a website? Like you have a page where they get booking information, there's a merchandise page.
I thought about that, and I think that what I would do is I would have the One Trunk Productions website and have links to what people are looking for booking-wise, what I have already in my bag of tricks, and then somewhere where they could specialize if they're looking for something that I don't publicize that I have, but I know I can find. And then I would have a Dirty Dorothy link on there, so if you just wanted to book her. And then I think I would have to separate and do dirtydorthy.com for just Dirty Dorothy. But here's the other thing, why I'm ready to, like, let's get this merchandise going, let's find this parody, niche, is because we can photograph me now and that's great and I can sell that forever. I am going to age out of this. The other thing is I am very cognizant and very aware that I will age out of this character that I've created. It would be really funny if I was 80 and I was wrinkly. That's hilarious. I'm 40. in 10 years, it's gonna be that awkward in between where it's not working. So I'm aware that I wanna create all of this, get it going right now because I'm gonna want that passive income.
So you were just talking about, the possibility of aging out of Dirty Dorothy yourself. Would you still want to try to keep that character alive, potentially passing it on to someone else, so that Dirty Dorothy herself will live on, and you could, if she's copyrighted, still, I guess,
Maintain, yes, keep the coins in my pocket. I am very split on that right now because I'm still in it. And so it's something that I created and has been mine for over 12 years, I guess is how long we've been doing this. So right now, I say this, oh my God, no! I would shoot someone if they tried to be me. But getting past that and thinking logically, it would make a lot of sense. And if I did, I would go something so completely opposite me. It would probably be like an overweight Asian drag queen is where I would go. I don't know, just spitballing right now, like, should I? Absolutely. Is it too close right now? Yes. But great question, because I literally go through it in my mind.
You could have several Dirty Dorothy's.
That is intelligent, yes.
She's busy, but she's not.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I need an army. You're right.
Scaling. In the community we roll in, what you're talking about right now is we call it scaling. And there's this awesome program that we're one of, and correct me if I'm wrong, Joseph. I think we're only 7 cities in the nation have Scale Up. And it's a free program. You apply to be a part of it. There's like a threshold of money you currently make in your company. I'm not going to ask you, go Google Scale Up Kansas City, because I want to go back 10 years and I want to drag you to Kaufman Fast Track.
I did Fast Track only 2 years ago, and I wish I had done it, and I haven't even utilized what I learned there.
Because you have to stop and do the things before you can grow the business. And I think really that's what everyone who goes through Scale Up says, is that the most powerful, impactful thing they did was have someone go, no, sit down and do your freaking homework.
Oh my God.
So Google that. Maybe you don't apply this year, but maybe you apply next year.
Yeah.
Because along with, you're gonna need Joseph, you're gonna need 4 other people because you're gonna have to have the right website anyway. But get that on there, because what you have to be able to do is, just like what this guy said actually, is take yourself out of this so that you can be the puppet master and get all the other things going so your business is working for you.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you're the shoes on the stage every night.
So you could actually train Dirty Dorothy's, and they would pay you for a school, and then they could go to their city and open up Dirty Dorothy.
Because you're trademarked.
Yeah, I was like, who's just,
The wheels are turning.
oh, thank God.
I like things that are going on here, maybe even like Frodo or Tin Man or a lion, like it could be a whole thing. And a lot of things that we see a lot, or the Sanders we do training and stuff, is that business owners will work in their business because they love what they're doing and forget to work on it and around it, which is a lot of what they were just talking about.
Yeah.
If you focus a little bit more on instead of in, then it could be really helpful.
Absolutely. This has been good.
We actually have to wrap up here.
No, you guys have given me so much I'm chewing on that's fabulous, and it's all in the right timing. I've got one other thing that I didn't mention was through late night theater. My aspect of the production in that is the accounting, all of the actual brass tacks of the producing, and I do our ticketing through Artfully. I just had a meeting with them. Their parent company is called Fractured Atlas. I now have the ability where they will cover the 501c3 so that we can now get donations where people can get their tax write-off. It's then granted back to me for production costs. So that would be if anybody has expertise in asks for money and such. Joseph, take a note. Because that is something I can exhaust at this point as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank everybody. Oh my gosh.